Trigger warning. This episode contains themes of sexual violence against women. If you or someone you know has been affected, please call 800-656-4673 for support.
Welcome back to another episode of Single Mama Minimal Drama. And today we have 3 of the members of the 4 Black Girls Book Club. It's been kind of a questionable day. It's hard to get 4 people.
We're going to do it next time.
4 grown people with children.
That's the part.
That is true, because softball happened. Callie couldn't make it. It got delayed because of the rain. It was just a lot going on. So anyways, we're here. And the book that we read this month was A Love Letter to Whiskey.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
She's very excited.
Yes. It was a good book.
Yeah.
So good.
It was A Love Letter to Whiskey by Kandi Steiner.
Good job, Kandi.
Yeah, so it's a romance book. Like I said, we all have different preferences in this book club. I am the lone fantasy book girl in this club, but what's your preference, Kai?
I am a urban book reader. This one was good, but it wasn't giving Zane and all the other. I haven't read anything outside of Zane, but I'm trying to get out of that. But it was good. It was good. But yeah, that
because you finished it quickly.
I did 2 days. Yeah, I was reading all day.
Not playing.
Thursday and Friday.
Yeah,
I was happy about that off work.
I like everything. No fantasy. Everything but fantasy. So urban, yes. Psychological thriller, murder mystery, romance. You name it, I can read it, except for the fairies. No magic.
The fairies with the shade, like
no magic. I don't need nobody poofing in and out. No.
Wow, that's insane.
Sorry. No mythological creatures in any reads. Come on. Sorry. I need humans.
And she's been into fantasy like your whole life. Because I still remember. I always remember when you read Harry Potter to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always better than reality.
She talks about Harry Potter a lot, and I just can't give it a go.
Yes.
So, anyways, this is a romance. This is a romance book. So we all have finished the book that are sitting on the couch. We love that for us. So, what was y'all's? First of all, would y'all recommend this book to somebody?
Yes.
Yes.
I know you would.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I would. It was good.
What would you say in your recommendation?
2 love-struck characters who timing just wasn't on their side.
I like that.
They came together when they could, and they just couldn't figure out how to make it work until it was almost too late.
Was it really ever gonna be too late though? Like
I don't think so. I just felt like it was a lot of overthinking, like too much overthinking and not saying enough. Like I feel like if things were said, the book would have been over.
Goes a long way.
Right, exactly. The book would have been over from the beginning, but at the end, I mean, not really the beginning. Maybe in college, because they were in high school when it started. So
yeah,
we didn't nobody know how to communicate in high school. Yeah,
she had her trauma. I think that's the main thing.
Yeah,
that,
she had the daddy trauma.
Dad. So if you haven't read this book, wow, you're getting the spoilers. The dad
from jump.
Like,
from jump.
We should just bleep it out.
We should at the beginning of the episode. Like, you should put like the warning.
I said before that, they should put like spoiler alert.
Cut it off for like 2 seconds.
Yeah. But the dad sexually assaulted the mother, and the daughter was the product of that. But the mom they always spent Christmas together and like holidays. They
were like a family, but
they
not
were a
together.
family, but they didn't live together. But the mom became like pretty much an alcoholic because of okay, there was an alcoholic.
You're right. You're right.
The alcoholic because of what happened with her and the dad. But she was steady bringing him around, so I just didn't understand that. To me, that was weird.
I won't say I understand it because I don't think I would do that. But I kind of see she didn't really go into her mom's upbringing, but maybe her mom didn't have that in her life. So she wanted her to be around him and his parents. Because it did say at a certain part in the book, like she went to their cabin or whatever and they went fishing. That's how she, like when she was talking about her dying or whatever. But I feel like she did that to keep them together, for her to create her own, right. For her to have their own relationship. Exactly. Yeah. Then the way she found out kind of just derailed her.
Yeah, that was tacky. It was unfortunate, but
was.
it was just like not the way to break the news to somebody.
Right.
And
exactly.
but honestly, I don't think her dad would ever told her.
I don't think he would ever
Probably
tell her
not, of
either
course
because
I don't
even
think
when
it
she
would've
brought
ever
it to
came
him,
up.
he didn't have anything to give to her.
Right. He
Yeah.
didn't say
It was
anything.
just
He was
like,
just like,
That was a
What the
hard thing
hell?
for them to move past, though. Like for them to be like, I found this out about you. What you got to say?
right. But I am happy that she kind of created that distance when she went off to college. Because at the end of the day, you could not function with that. Like y'all didn't have a really good relationship anyway within the book. So it was kind of just like, I gotta distance myself from you because this has been holding me back for so long. And I mean, she kind of thrived, I guess, after that, like in college and stuff like that. But like, yeah, I don't think me as a parent, I don't think I would have had him around. He would have been in jail, locked up somewhere.
period. Lock your ass up. And we was literally
Throw
throw
away the
key.
key.
We was
Throw it
literally just
away.
talking about this, about like how parents sometimes will force your children to be in relationships with the other parent, even though the other parent is abusive or may not be the best parent or the best person. And I was just telling Debonese, I was like, I like that Debonese does not force her daughter to, she doesn't force the relationship that she has with her father. She just kind of takes a step back and is like, at this point, because her daughter's older, the relationship that y'all have is the relationship that y'all have.
Yeah.
But like I told her, I was like, I felt like my mom was constantly like, you got to talk to him because he's your dad. You got to do this because he's your dad. And I said, it would have made me be better at setting boundaries as a woman had she been like,
You don't have to
you
talk
don't
to
have
him.
to talk to him
Yeah.
because he is abusive, like verbally abusive. He tries to be physically abusive, like all of those things. You don't have to talk to him no matter if he's your dad or not. And it's something that I had to grow as an adult to learn. Like, actually, I don't have to make this work.
Right.
Like, I don't have to stay here because you're not really showing up in the way that I need you. I feel like maybe I identify with B a little bit in the story because she kept trying to have relationships,
And
but
just
like
would
they
not
weren't really
work.
working. And those dudes weren't bad dudes.
They
The
weren't.
first guy
They
was a
weren't.
good guy. I feel like he just was.
Not who she wanted.
That
Like,
and
it just
that,
was
but
not-
that goes with too. When you're wanting to be with somebody, it don't matter who.
It
you are.
don't
You can be
matter.
really
It,
perfect.
nothing is going
Yeah.
to.
It's not
yeah,
gonna work. But the
yeah.
first guy wasn't bad. I think he just was like trying to protect his image. I didn't like when he called her by her name.
that part. But
part
I don't think.
was-
But I also don't think she actually told him the backstory.
But he said he
behind it.
did. He knew. I think that, like in the beginning, Jamie was telling him how they were talking and how he was explaining, but he didn't tell him the gist of it.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
I think eventually it brought up like he knew like why she didn't like to be called that.
Yeah.
So I feel like as a trigger warning too. Like if you're someone I trust, and
Why would you throw that back on me?
Right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why Jamie was gonna win
Slap the hell out of
regardless.
him.
Because Jamie was like,
Jamie was not
we
playing
not
that. He
going
was
for
like,
this.
your name is B and that's that. Like,
We don't call you
you are
nothing
my
else.
girl. But I think one thing with him, as it got like towards the end, I think was it during his story? I don't know. It was just, I think it was triggering me because he kept like, you're mine. Like
He
it was very
was
much
very
possessive, and it was like
Dog.
throwing me off. I'm like, damn, is she supposed to be in your pocket? Like, is she your
Right.
car? Like, it was just that was throwing me off. But like everything else, like in their relationship and everything like that, like it's like I got it, but then I was like, okay, you doing a little too much. Like that's not your
But
dog.
sometimes people want to hear like, I need you to tell me.
Yeah,
like-
but that means he was doing a lot.
There are certain places that I want to hear
I
that.
was like,
But
right.
It ain't always
Right.
you
You're
be at
mine.
the dinner table and you're
Yeah.
mine. Hold on.
Yeah, nah.
I don't
So
want nobody.
okay, talk about dinner table. What about the marriage when he asked her to be the best man?
That was and like
No.
like
No.
that was whack.
No.
You know?
But the way I would have told that man up on that phone.
Right? I was like, what the
No
fuck off
way.
my phone? Like,
That was the best part to me.
What?
Like that was the best
The
like
way-
interaction.
To
The
me, that
way
was
I would have
trash.
cut up on that
It was
damn phone.
hilarious to me.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have cut up on that phone. And
But
then
she-
I probably would have went to the wedding. And
She
showed
literally
her, I
tried to
ain't gonna
thug
lie.
it out though. I'm rocking
She
with her
did.
for
I
trying to
was
thug
not
it
right
out
with her when she tried to thug it out. I was
She
like,
did, but
because she messed up. He didn't mess up.
I don't
It was
care.
just-
I do
yeah.
not care. I do not care.
it
I
was
would
just
not
a
have
lot
done
of
it.
her being selfish.
do
in
not
the
care.
Yeah, and
I
so
feel
I
like
feel like she
did
decided to
she
not be
never,
selfish.
She never. I think she thought she was being selfless, but she was really being selfish.
Well,
at
maybe
the
I'm
end of
just
the day.
selfish then.
There it
because
is.
I would have been like,
No, because the
no,
only reason why I say that.
I'm not being your best man. Have you lost your
No,
mind?
I'm not doing that.
Absolutely
No,
I'm like,
no.
actually, get off my phone, lose my
Don't.
number. I'm blocking you. Don't ever call me
Yeah,
again.
no, I'm not doing that. No.
Good
But I'm
luck.
saying, like, when she left him at the beginning of the book, when she
No.
I'm talking about when she left him for those 3 years.
She
So
was
what? She was
selfish.
going through stuff.
But
She
you
thought
don't
she
get
was
to
being
just
selfish.
do that.
But if your man, like, you know,
He was never her man,
But
though.
I know, but listen,
He was
Karen.
never
No,
her
listen,
man.
Karen.
Absolutely
That was her
not.
man. That was
Absolutely not.
My boy
No.
said you mine.
But listen,
It
Karen.
was not.
Karen, listen, for real. When she left him, he called her and was like,
Every
I
day.
will be through this with you. Let me be there for you.
And she
Let
thought
me
she was gonna
help you."
hold him back.
She thought she was being selfish, but at the end of the day, she was being selfish too, because he really wanted to help her through that. He wanted to be with her in any aspect.
Mhm.
He didn't care if, she felt like he was gonna like
She was gonna hold him back.
right, but he
Or
was
resent
not.
her.
He was
Some
trying to.
people
He had a
genuinely
goal
love
already,
you, like to where they can
Exactly.
be there when you're hurting.
Exactly.
Right.
And that,
Like,
but
it's
that
not
comes from
the
the
end of the
trauma of her
world.
daddy.
I mean, I guess
True.
to the
Yeah.
point, he did ask, like, he wanted to be with her. And she was like, no. But still.
No, that whole wedding shit, baby. No,
But it don't matter. If I
Baby,
said
no.
no, I said no.
Baby, no.
And don't call me asking me to be in your wedding.
That-
Why would I
So,
do
but
that?
at the
That
end
wedding
of the
shit
day,
was crazy.
the wedding, it was crazy.
Why
it was
would I do
hilarious to
that?
me.
But no, they
But
Like,
that was,
what?
but they were, but okay. So take it back to the beginning of the book. They were friends. They were
friends,
never in a
and
relationship.
it was sneaky. It was sneaky that they was friends. It was sneaky that he used to go pick her up and drive her around.
She was going
But
through
they
a
were
hard
but
time.
they were friends.
No.
They never crossed the line. They both, but again,
she
this is the lack of
knew from the
communication.
beginning how
There
she
you
felt
go.
about him,
That's
so
exactly
But
what
she
it
also
is.
was like, "That's my best friend, man. I'm
And
never
I'm
gonna cross that
gonna-
line." And she
exactly.
did not cross that line
She
until
didn't.
they broke up.
Now, I told Kendra in the beginning, that's some stuff that normal people don't do.
Yeah. No.
Normal
'Cause
people
I'm
don't
not
do
doing
something
no.
that we
No.
do.
Normal people ain't
No.
gonna just be like, I'm riding with your man.
But she
Right, because one of y'all would be like, "Hey, I'm in the car with your man. We just riding around." Like, I'm like,
Or we coming to the
riding
football
around
game
with who?
together.
Coming to the football.
Gotta be the truth.
Hey, look,
Excuse
no,
me.
you
Break that
better-
up.
Hey,
And she gotta walk.
right.
because the way the book describes like the electricity,
I love
between
it.
them,
Right.
I know Jenna felt that shit. Like,
So
Yes,
what
like,
about when they
no
broke
way.
up
No
and
way.
Jenna was like, why are you so pressed about
Girl,
me
'cause
breaking
my
up
girl
with
was
my man?
right.
Why would you break up with Jamie? He's
that
the
was a
best.
In that moment, she was doing too much.
She was.
Like you, okay.
She
So the
was.
girl in the
You
book
want
is
him more
mixed
than I
race.
want him.
She
Like,
is
She's
mixed.
mixed race.
She
We
is.
need to put that out there. That was not her black side that came out who was tripping when her friend broke up with that
Mm-mm.
dude. That was the other side.
Yeah, it was.
Because
It
me,
was.
I'm like, dang.
Sound like you should have been with him.
But she said that. No, she said, "Why don't you go date him?" But it still didn't click to her because any of us, we wouldn't be like,
You wouldn't never
Right.
seen him again.
I probably would.
But then they go to
just
college. They go to college, and she didn't even tell her
Yeah,
that
Right.
he
he
went
was there.
there. That
And
was another red
Yeah.
flag for her.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Yeah.
They out here
But at
kicking
that
it.
point, when she found out, she didn't. I don't think she really cared
I think-
either way.
Because she thought that was her friend.
Exactly.
Right. And
I
I
don't think she
think-
really cared either way if they had got together.
And my
Yeah.
girl said, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
did.
She
And I
hit,
think
she hit the Ron
generally,
Isley
like,
on them
Yeah.
when they
really
was having
care.
that moment when she
Yeah.
was upset. Because
Yeah.
why y'all ain't telling me this?
Yeah, and
That
Jenna
whole
seemed
book.
like she was just kind of like self-centered, like very full of her own self. So
Yeah.
like she was like,
So it
yeah,
really didn't
he
bother
doesn't
her.
work. I can have a million dudes. Like when she came back from
Mhm.
college and she was talking about sleeping with her professors and stuff, I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, she
yeah.
don't really like.
She
She
don't
didn't,
really
I
care.
don't think she liked him like that.
Yeah,
It was
she
just
was like,
someone
"It's
to
cute."
date who was cute,
Mhm.
and he was a senior, and she
Mhm.
wasn't. So it looks good.
Right,
It just
right,
looked
right.
good for pictures.
She wasn't really like into him like that, but she was into him enough to date him. Like we've all
Yeah.
gone through that where we've been into somebody enough to date them, but just like a future, like
I'll see you next.
Can we get
Right.
to the like? Don't laugh. Can we get to the sex scenes though? Cause like
They were all
you
written
said
the
it,
same.
kids. She said it. She was like,
I skipped them.
"These are not. These are
I
not
would
the
start
same."
'em,
Yes.
and then I would be like, I know what they're about to talk about,
And
and
you
I
could
would
tell
literally
it
skip
was
He's
some
going to
pages.
slip her hand under the lace of her panties every time.
every time.
So when you get
Every
to reading
time.
this book,
Yes.
if you haven't read it already, every sex scene, he slipped his hand into the
Mhm.
lace of my panties. Okay,
Mhm.
great.
And
We
grabbed
know
my
how-
wild
Okay.
hair.
Okay.
It was the hair. So for
My
you, it
wild
was the
hair.
your mind. For me, it was the thing about the hair.
The hair.
Everything. Oh, and
All
especially
that
his
hair.
part. All the
Yeah,
hair.
all
The
that
first thing I
hair.
saw was
Yeah,
her
the
hair.
hair.
I wrapped my hands up in her hair. Her
Mhm.
wild curls because she's mixed race. I was just like,
And he was definitely a white
it's
boy.
sounding like you want to touch black girls' hair. For me, I was just like, okay, the obsession is very strange with this girl's hair throughout the story. Like, why is the hair like a main character?
Yeah.
I don't understand. The hair has a monologue. Like, what's going on?
The hair was because we say I walked in the bar and the first thing I noticed
was
her
hair.
hair.
It was her hair.
Yeah, he did
And her
say
hair.
that.
It was long. It was down her back.
Yeah.
The curls.
He, you know what? Now that you're saying that, I'm like, he definitely referenced her hair.
Literally, it
Especially
could have been
his
a
little
whole.
part.
It could have been a whole chapter
didn't
about
think
her
of
hair.
it like
I think maybe he just like
that was something he liked.
Yeah,
That's what I
was
thought of
something-
it as.
Yeah, it was something he liked, but again,
I didn't think of it as like that. I was just like, you know how when you like somebody, it's something that you see. Like you have something that may
a certain
fascinate
feature
you.
about
her
them.
hair.
But if that's what he liked, I mean, Angel ain't have hair like that. No shade to
Angel had a pixie cut.
Angel had a
short blonde.
He
pixie
couldn't
cut.
get
That's
that.
what he liked.
Jenna had blonde hair.
Yeah.
Jenna's hair
That
was
was
blonde.
the part that was
He
weird
never
to me.
talked about Jenna's hair.
That was the weird, because she even said it in her part when she was like, "Yeah, I see him parading around with all these blonde girls." So I'm like, "Well,
Yes.
what is
For me, it gave like I'm sleeping with a black girl on the low, but I don't want the.
I don't know
Oh,
about
that.
that.
No,
Because it
no.
went 13 years. They even got married.
did.
Like,
I don't know. It just was. It was strange that he had a preference. But it goes back to what I say. When you like somebody, you like somebody. It could have been something about her. Clearly, it was the hair in his case. But like something about her where he was like, you know, I really like this girl
Yeah.
as compared to girls I just sleep with.
Yeah, I got you on that. I feel you there, but
Because they said they connected. You know, they served.
he was on like a different level.
And that may be what it was for them. Like Jenna and him wasn't going on surfing.
Yeah, Jenna, I think
Or Angel.
Right. I
Girl,
think his
Angel.
relationships with Jenna and Angel in the story were like that perfect example of like guys who have like who date girls but like they have
They
that
married
girl
up,
friend that's like their homie that does all the homie shit. Like the girls he was dating were girls who really had no interest in him as a person.
True.
But the reason that he liked B so much was because B had a genuine interest in who he was.
And they met too on a. They liked each other, but they met on a surface level. Like,
Right, yeah.
It was like, I'm trying to be cool with you. Or he
Right.
seen she was broken, like her car had broke down. And
He
he's
was just
like,
trying to
I
help
just want to
her,
help
yeah.
this girl because she looks sad.
And this my girl, and this my girlfriend friend, so might as well.
I mean, you can keep the girlfriend friend.
Right.
'Cause
Right.
Don't help
Yeah.
my friend.
Cause
Don't ever help
And that
my
was, baby,
Don't you ever help my friend. I got my friend.
I got my friend.
you better call him. You better call him. Oh my
so-
god, I'm
I
screaming.
don't ever want a chick to accidentally look at my nigga and be like, "Hey, that's
Your
my
man was
man."
helping me. He was
He
what?
was what?
Oh, yeah, nah.
'Cause
We gotta
hold
talk.
up. Right, exactly. Let me.
I gotta
You
get to
helped
the
her
bottom
do
of
what?
this.
Like,
But I look at it different because they met him at the same time. Like I could see
They
if it
did.
was like,
But it's up.
'Cause,
I
like,
don't wanna
with-
say it.
'cause,
It's like
like-
a privilege thing. I felt like a little bit. I didn't want to say it, but I did
when the way they met,
first met.
yeah, I felt the
because
same way.
she was
I
just
felt the same way.
like, oh,
Yeah.
do you not
Yeah.
see me instead of
Mhm.
her?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
don't
Yeah,
I
mind
felt
her.
the same way.
And I
felt
was
the
like,
same
I
way.
hate looking. Unfortunately, you know, that's just how it is. But
Yeah.
it was what it was. Like, Jenna was, oh no, you see me.
Mhm.
And she may be cute, but
Cause I
you
know
need
you
to be
seen them
seeing
googly
me.
eyes that
Right,
girl gave
'cause
that boy.
definitely-
And she
I
said
know
she
you seen
turned
that.
around to tell you, like,
exactly.
I'm trying to get with this dude. So don't you know,
I
try to
I
take
felt
my
that,
man.
Yeah. I
And she
felt
took
that.
your man, like, right in front of
Took
you.
him, girl, the way I would have nutted up on her, like, bitch, you know I seen him first.
mm-hmm.
Like, but at that point, she had thought that he saw her, and from his version, he was like, "Damn, she don't even like me for real." So
I
it was like,
love the fact that book had,
both sides.
yes.
Yeah,
That
same.
was a really good part for me.
Same.
That when it ended, it was like, what?
Yeah.
And then it was like,
yeah.
now
Now he's telling his
story.
part.
I did
yeah.
not like that they were saying the same thing twice.
I did.
Man, I was skipping that shit. I was skipping it. I'm like, okay, I know
I
what she
already
said.
heard all of this. I already heard
Now
all of
that
that.
part,
Like, I was
she
skipping
could have
it, yeah.
did a little bit better with that dialogue
Yeah.
and making it
Yeah.
more him instead of us hearing what she already told us.
Because we already knew.
Yeah. But I did like. I even told Josh about it. And he was like, "That's cool. You heard both sides." I was like, "Look at you being supportive."
Like I think we have a different perspective though because we're black women reading a book written by a white woman about a mixed race woman. So that's
I didn't want it to be that.
I mean, we're here, so we just gonna be honest. This book is written by a white woman, and she wrote the book.
She seems like a nice
about
lady.
a biracial.
So like a biracial black girl living in South Florida, at a predominantly white, like everything was predominantly white, and she was the outlier. And so, like, I think that's why, for me, the thing with the hair just really got me because I was like, hold on, let me find out if this is a biracial woman who wrote this book. And I was like, okay, just to me, and I told this to Debonese on the phone, it sounded like a white woman who wanted to play in a black woman's hair. That's what it sounded like to me. I'm just going to put it out there.
But in some of the books where, like, white people writing about black people, for whatever reason, that's always the fascination because of the differentness. I don't know if that's like the right word. And I mean, it's the truth. But it's like some sort of fascination. Like when they try to write their own, like, novels and it has the sex scenes and I tugged her hair, I pulled her hair, and it's whatever case, it's just always
a mixed kid's hair, like, okay, it can come out a bunch of different ways, but like the way that we're talking about the curls, I'm thinking of like the and I hate to say this, like to put it on a scale, but the pretty mixed kid version hair, right? That's really like curls. The long, thick, like bunched up curls,
not like a tight afro.
Like, and then for you to say that you wrapped your hands up in that, you know how long that's gonna take to untangle? Like, how inconsiderate.
I didn't think about it like that.
In that moment,
I really wasn't thinking about it like that.
She was worried about getting fucked.
She was worried about that, but like at the end of the day, every sex scene, he was wrapping his hands in her hair every single time.
Well, maybe he liked that.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he liked the arch of her back. Because he did talk about that too, Ken.
He did.
He talked about how she arched her back for him. So
and I promise to God, if I had seen something written about a big booty or something like that, I'd have been done with that book. I'd have put it down. I'd have been like,
It did not. I'm glad it didn't say nothing like that.
It did not.
So here's the crazy thing, because I read the book twice, right?
Yeah.
So when I read the first time, all the stuff we're talking about, I didn't think about. I literally just read the book and was in awe of the storyline. So it's crazy that you guys read it for the first time and that was like the pickups for y'all. The second go around, I was like, this is a little weird. But it wasn't, the first time I was just like, oh my God, they love each other. Oh my God, they love each other. And that's all I was focused on. So
and you know what, Deb? I also think she kind of slighted it just based off of some of the stuff she was texting us too. Because at the beginning, I was like, "Oh, this is so cute," and then
what
she
you
like
say?
a certain chapter she was calling. I was like, "Damn, Ken, I see why they get on your nerves." But they were, It was just a lot of miscommunication. But when that man walked in that house and said, "You want to marry him," I would take that ring off. I ain't gonna lie.
That was a good part, though. That was a very good part.
You're not marrying him. You're right. I'm not.
But
you not. See me?
But that shows too how women are. Like how women are like, no, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
She sent the invitation on purpose.
She did.
She was being shady when she had sent that.
She wanted him,
but that time frame was very strange.
Or ruin that damn.
That time frame where he disappeared and he couldn't tell her. That was so weird.
It was weird because I'm like, Jenna could have communicated that shit though.
But Jenna didn't see him.
Yes, she did. Because remember, she told him to go and check.
And he said he was fine.
Yes. But I'm like, you could have literally been like.
But it didn't say Jenna talked to him.
It just
said she
saw
him.
So for me, I imagined her seeing him like.
If I tell you
go
check.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. If I tell one of y'all go check up on a man, y'all better go talk to him.
I plead the fifth.
Listen, I'll
walk up on him, because I'm going to walk up on him. Hey, how you doing? Because you know who I am at that point.
I know who you are.
You know. So you might as well just go ahead. Hey, what's up?
Please don't ever call me to go check up, because I'm going to be, you basically
we
going to be like.
I don't know. Look, let me plead the fifth out on all of this.
We actually all need to plead the fifth out on this. Things that we have done.
But they say parts that you can skip this part.
But But like the other thing though about the difference between black culture and white culture, I think like Jenna was just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go check up on it. I saw him. Yeah. Me, you would have been totally different. Would have been like,
what are you doing in there?
Bruh, I would have seen that man
What
at
you
the
doing
bar.
in there?
I would have had to go
Pull
inside
up
and be like,
on
so,
them.
hey.
My friends looking for you.
Right.
Exactly. Like I would have
Hey,
pulled
how
up
you
on her.
been?
My girl is mad. She's like, what are we doing
Right.
here?
How you
Like,
been?
so,
Who are you? Who are
too,
you? What's going on?
I'm a hopeless romantic. So
Where's
why he didn't
everybody
write a
from?
letter?
But you,
He could have wrote a letter without putting his
could've.
name and
You're
stuff
right.
on
He
it.
could have.
And
but
let
he
it-
did try to call her too.
From the
From the
payphone.
Okay,
Who the hell
who's
gonna
answering
answer
unknown numbers?
Period. I understand that.
I mean, this
Definitely
book wasn't
someone
wrote
on
back in the day
payphone.
before caller ID.
Was
If
it?
it's not a number on it, or like nowadays it's a
It was
spam
not.
risk,
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
answering
I'm not
the
gonna
phone.
answer that at all.
Sorry,
Mm-mm.
you have to call it a real
He
name.
could have wrote a letter. He
Yeah.
could have wrote a letter.
He could have talked to her mama.
Honestly,
Because you bought the board from her mama, so you definitely could have talked to the mama.
And Wayne in the house. Wayne was in the house.
It was-
Is that? Thank you,
It
Sylvia.
was, right. It was
Somebody,
A lot. There were
like-
actually, now that we're talking about this, I do not accept any of his excuses. I did not when I read it because I was
same.
like, mainly because I've been through a divorce, and like I was like, okay, I understand that she's saying all of these things or whatever, and you're trying to lose whatever, but your family, I feel like, is affluent enough that you had a good lawyer and you could have paid to shut her the fuck up. So you could have sent a letter.
It
You
was a
could have
lot he
told
coulda
my
did,
mom.
yeah.
Like
I think
you
the
coulda-
letter
Because you knew I
or
was
something.
bugging. But I
Right.
also feel like it was a what is it called? Revenge from his 3 years.
Yeah, because he did
He
say.
said it,
well,
too.
yeah, he did
Mhm.
say that he was like, I bet it doesn't feel good being on the opposite end. I was like, oh, so this nigga
So
was
you
out
was
here
really
getting
out here,
shade.
exactly. And I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you because now I'm getting
Right.
married.
Right.
I do.
Getting
Yeah.
married. And I would have slammed the door in his face. I'm like, yep, and it don't. But guess what? Get out, get the fuck
And
out of my
then they
apartment.
were married for what?
5 months. And then,
Yeah, I don't want you.
Hey,
I don't
look,
want to be with you.
baby.
I got too much pride. Me, I would have been like,
Still married?
And miserable. I really love. Look, I really love you.
right, don't touch me. Or if I would have been married and divorced after 5 months, I would have never told that nigga. I would have like
but you,
blocked
he
him.
didn't know because remember he
She
came to
wrote
the
the
house.
Yeah,
book.
he
Wait,
did, and she still
when
had
he-
the ring on. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Man,
I
I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have slapped on that no when he came there.
Oh, well, and he was his own oblivious too, because how you go in the house that you're married, you got a whole spouse, and she let you in the house, and you didn't see no trace of
You
the
didn't see
man.
no trace of this man, and this lady let you up in the
But
house.
he was so ready to let her go. That's what it was. He was so like, okay, this is my last.
Because
I'm
he saw them
I'm
get
no longer
married.
doing it. Yes.
You know how much I gotta hurt though, like real talk, like for you literally to go into a wedding and you like, this is mine, as we say in the book.
Listen,
Lord.
the way I would have cut up
There would have been no wedding. Like this is the
He-
other
he
thing.
too
The
good, there
hair,
would've been
this
no
is
wedding.
mine. Like it was too much.
Get back to the tent scene.
no
I didn't like the tent.
So sorry. How would you have gotten to the point where you was slapping on this man's mouth?
I tried to get y'all past it.
Going up to the door.
After I'm divorced,
He's here to give you a gift.
after I'm divorced, baby, because they
You
was
still wearing the ring. He think you married. and
I'm
you just
depressed.
don't-
I'm literally going through some things.
Come sit on the couch real quick. I got something to we do need to talk.
And
We need to finish this off real
and
quick.
that's what they was
Finish
doing.
it up for
For real. Exactly, because that's what every time they would have they sex scene, it would just be so like.
She never. I don't remember.
But she never started it. She never did.
That's true. I think I remember in one sex scene she did.
Well, and that's what I was talking about, the
She
tent.
did. Yeah.
How she was like, if you don't stop, I'm not gonna
Right.
be
I'm
able
not
to
gonna
stop.
stop you.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he didn't stop, they would have did it. They would have went all the way.
Shout
for
out to
sure.
his homeboy getting her about that tent before everybody woke up.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
a real friend.
But he was also the same one that called it out too.
Yeah.
He
was.
did. He got her. He knew though. He was like, nah.
He
Yeah.
likes this girl, but
But he
if you
loved
give
you.
him a chance,
Right.
it's over.
Yeah.
Angel was trash. She
Yeah.
was insecure.
Bruh, the fact
Very
that she
much
was like, they were
so.
like, I didn't like the way that scene played out. I felt like it was rushed and kind of like it was too perfect of an opportunity in a book where there had been too many missed opportunities.
Yeah.
So like where like they had all these missed opportunities growing up to be together,
Mhm.
and then this perfect moment happens where she just sees a picture of him posted up camping with his homeboys and his best woman.
Honey, I
And-
would have been leaving.
And
She
she
should have said she
cheated
didn't
on
want to
him.
marry
She
him as soon as
cheated
he
on
said
him.
that.
Exactly.
Like she cheated on him while she was in New Orleans, and then he was just like, or they were just like, we're not gonna get married or whatever. Then she turns around and tries to revenge divorce him because they had already signed. And first of all, the other thing is, you know how when you sign marriage certificates, it doesn't matter until the minister signs it, then they send it off if you're doing a whole wedding. So I was just like, I don't understand how we're going through a divorce in this because y'all never went to the minister yet. Like you're talking of like. What is
Now
going on?
she had her little chump change. She could have, cause he signed it. She could have signed it and been like, "Hey, sign this
That's
right
true.
now,
That's
right
true.
now.
That's true.
Give
but,
me
like,
my man."
For me, right? That's which is crazy because for
He
me,
couldn't have been my man because they was too close. Like you said, when
No,
he was
yeah,
like,
for
"Oh, this is
real.
gonna be my best woman," like I have no problem with that. Like so, like Greg and my friend Destiny, they met each other. They knew each other before we knew each other.
Yeah.
So they pretty close. Like she called him brother, sister. They talk, whatever. Like
Right.
they could be in the same room. It wouldn't bother me. If he
Right.
was like, "Kai, she gonna be my best woman" or whatever, I wouldn't mind it. But you telling me some random ass woman
That I don't know.
and then once I finally see who she is,
This the
and
woman
now
you
I'm
telling me
realizing
about.
that this is the woman you ran out the bar with behind,
Oh yeah.
baby. The what?
See, I don't know
Foot
because
the ass.
Josh ain't with the
Foot
male
the
and
ass.
female relationship though.
Mhm.
Like my husband, no male
Yeah,
and
he don't do
female.
that.
He don't do. And so when you read something
I mean,
like this,
Stop the presses. You're what?
oh,
You didn't know? I thought I told you.
we're married.
We're married.
Oh, I ain't shit.
I thought I told you
I
that.
ain't order. Did you? I don't remember.
Maybe I
You
did.
probably did. I don't know.
I mean, but I might not have.
Thank you. But like for that, it's hard though because people don't be understanding the boundaries. Like for them, they liked each other. So for me, you can't be friends after that.
Yeah, no.
So
no.
if it's cheated inside that tent, though.
Yeah.
He kissed her. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he-
cheating.
yeah.
No, you was cheating in that tent. You was kissing and rolling around with her. You wasn't just kissing her. You was cheating. Like for me, cheating is something that you would not do. If your partner was sitting right there in the chair,
He was already
you
cheating
wouldn't be
because they had
doing
an
that.
emotional connection.
They
They was
did,
already
period.
cheating.
You-
And I know
where he ended up the first night at the bar,
At the bar.
waiting for her
What-
to come
yeah, waiting for
downstairs.
her.
Exactly. And then her friend
Picking her up from
Claire,
the airport.
all of
bruh.
that. Like she can't get an Uber. Oh, okay.
You know, and see
Okay.
that. So if like Josh or whatever had a friend that he grew up with, that there was no emotional connection, like you
You're
said.
living in a fairy tale.
Not true.
You're living in a fairy tale.
Not true.
But
Not
see,
true.
you
Living in
think
a
like
fairy tale.
Josh do then because he feel like there's no such thing. It's as a man and a woman. There's always some
I
type
think-
of. I don't
I
think
think
that
that
though.
women
Oh,
can be
me
friends
either.
with men and
But
there
men
be
can
nothing
be-
there. But I do not believe that men can be friends with women and there's nothing there.
So I had a friend from high school.
Mhm.
Like we were friends since high school on upward, and like randomly he was like sending me like different stuff, like heart emojis and heart eyes. And one time he told me he had a dream about me. I was just like, we're not friends because at that point,
Once you cross the line,
yeah, like no, you doing too much. Like if you heart a picture, cool, like
We're
whatever.
friends.
But
You know,
you
you do
doing
that to
all
your-
that? Oh, you look good. Nope.
Yeah, no, I don't have no male
And he was
friends.
ugly.
Not anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, as a respect thing, I respect it.
Right.
Yeah,
And like that's the conversation. Like so, in
Mhm.
their case too, like if Angel came to him and was like, "Jamie, listen, no, point blank and period. We ain't gotta talk about it. But either you want to deal with this or you don't. If you're gonna choose to deal with me, then no.
Right.
Yeah.
Period.
From
Right.
jump.
That's
Yeah.
it. And it's not even like giving
So you don't have to
nobody
put
an
yourself in the
ultimatum. It's just
tent.
Like, yeah.
Mhm.
Nigga, what? Dog, you're going
Exactly.
camping with this. No.
Yeah, you doing a lot.
No.
You doing a lot.
You're not doing that. You're not doing
But
that.
they knew something was going. They
The guy called it.
every
Again,
time
a
they got
predominantly
around
white
each
situation.
other. Exactly.
Because not trying to even be shady, if I had a male best friend and I was his best woman, whatever, I'm not going camping. I'm not going camping.
with you.
I'm not going tenting with you ever. But I'm not going camping with all dudes.
No, exactly. As a woman, like, why would I
Put
go
myself in that
a place?
crazy
Even if I do consider
situation.
myself one of the guys.
And
Like
I'm
no.
not one of the guys.
We
She
could
put
go out.
herself.
camp,
She
but I'm
put
not going
herself
with
in
all
that
dudes.
situation.
So like
she
it's
was
a different reality. Like you said, the
Yeah.
fairy tale, that's a different reality. Because
Yeah.
as women these days, I don't know no woman that would go anywhere with all men. Y'all drinking, not trying to say anything.
Unless
little,
my
but it's
man
just
is
a
there,
common
like
sense.
yeah.
Even if my man is there, nah, baby, that's your dudes. I'm out.
I do not want to
it's
hang
so
out with my man and all of
different.
his friends.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess it's different because in the Navy, that's
that's
what we did.
true. Nah,
That's
I'm not
what we
gonna.
did. Like
I'm not
when
gonna
we
knock
went
you
out,
for that.
if I was with Greg and his homeboys, I was there. Like, and I was just doing me. Like, I would either be with him or I'd be at the bar. Like, it'd be me and Destiny or me and my other friend Tay would be at the bar. They doing them. I'm doing me. Greg watching me from the side. Just make sure ain't nothing crazy going on. And that was that. But like to go camping or like go on a boys trip, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
all right, I'm not going on no boat
No,
fishing.
y'all
with
have
y'all
fun.
and no shit
Yeah,
that.
like, no, I'm not.
Go
If
to
they're
your
bringing
man.
their girl or they something,
If you
I'm with
bring
it.
Yeah,
your
yeah, if
girl,
it's like a
I
couple
go. If
trip,
your homeboy
yeah.
bringing his girlfriend and you want to bring yours and it's me and I have to go. That's cool. I can socialize. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I do the best. I do the best I can.
I try.
Okay, because I thought that was shade.
No, you talk to anybody, to
No,
literally
Ken,
anyone.
You do, Ken.
It doesn't matter who you are. You're getting talked.
But you're like, literally, it's crazy how we're sitting, because literally Ken is the friendly one. I'm like in the middle, and Deb is just like, yeah, no.
And it's so funny because
like,
there are people who think Devnice is the friendly one.
Well, they do how they do like in the what's Abbott Elementary.
Right. Come on, Reggie. Yeah, listen. Because I guess I am the friendliest friend of my friends.
I'm the one you gotta drag. Like you literally gotta talk
getting
me.
her here was.
I did the best I could. I'm here. That's all we're gonna say.
We love that. We love that because y'all probably will never see her again.
I'll be like on the iPad. I'm here, guys.
Right. She gonna be on the iPad. Oh yeah. Like she couldn't make it. No, but she's here in spirit.
Yeah.
Like Kandi is friendly with me because Kandi has known me for so long.
Fair.
I am friendly with people. I just gotta feel you out first. Like, I'm not really the talkative. Like, it just depends on my mood too that day.
We always talk. I give us that.
Yeah.
We do.
I love that.
She's a good dude. I like her.
Like, everybody else, I just be like, I be up
It's everybody else.
like, everybody else, I be up and down with them.
She is very.
But it works. I guess that's you gotta have a balance. So that works for like even when we're reading a book. Like you literally get four when Callie comes. 4 different personalities reading the books.
Right.
4 different standpoints.
I must have the Black Power personality because that shit was.
Literally, because you came in strong, and I was like, how did I read this and talk about how much I love this book, and I never even paid attention to this.
I was like, why does Devnice have me reading this palm-colored?
But you know something though, I will say though, I do not read a lot of my romances are usually urban. Like we doing some drugs in the back.
And they fucking.
They doing some drugs. We finna go make a drop or two.
Yo, for real. For real. I think it's one called The Dope Boy's Mistress or some shit like that. I'm pretty sure. Like,
I'm trying to read Demon's Dream. That's the one.
I seen that on TikTok.
I'm trying to read that one. But I didn't know if that was going to be for the book club. Because that one I heard is like.
We got to put it on the wheel. See?
That one I heard is
I
like.
I seen that one on TikTok, yeah.
And so, talk about fairies all you want to, but Sarah J. Maas is a white woman also, and she wrote some amazing scenes in some of hers now.
I'm gonna have to try.
We're gonna have to try.
The corpse that you were talking about, I've heard a lot of people talk about those.
Series. She has some really great scenes in there.
It's not that for me though. I have to make sure everybody knows.
Her book was really well written.
It's not. It's just the like you said. It's being well written.
Yeah, the book was well
I want to
written.
be able to visualize. I'm sitting there, you know.
Right. I've seen it all. I've visualized.
I've seen it all.
But to me, that's a good book. Like if I can visualize what's happening, so like for a Love Letter to Whiskey, like I could watch this. Yeah, I could watch this in real time playing out, and like, oh no, oh yes, oh no. You know I love the Notebook too.
Yes,
I'm a sucker for romance.
She is a Notebook girl.
I know it's weird, but I am a sucker.
I like Seattle girl. If I gotta watch a love movie, that is my shit.
But then Brown Sugar. So like I love Brown Sugar.
Love and Basketball. That's
Love and Basketball.
That's your shit.
That's a good movie too. But it all has that same thing, like that timing situation. So because you can relate. You can relate. It's what I'm saying. Like you can think of somebody that you was like, it could have been good. Yeah. Dang it, we missed our opportunity.
I don't. All them niggas can go.
Go to hell in a handbasket. Right along with their mamas.
Period.
Wow. That changed.
Okay, who was your favorite character? I ain't have one. I'm gonna let y'all know. Nobody. You know, my favorite
Jamie
character was a surfboard. Her lime green surfboard was my favorite.
I think Jamie because, like I said, hearing his side, the vulnerability, you don't hear that often. So to see the lens that he really was going through to say he loved this girl and was trying to give her that life that she thought he wanted with someone else, I really appreciated him. Her, she was annoying, but him, I liked him. I have to go with her. Him.
Her mama. Only because, like she overcame. Like
That's
once that man
fair.
died and what the hell, my girl thrived. She sold the
She
house.
did thrive
She
once
sold
he was
everything.
gone.
She
in there.
did. Her
She
and
got
Wayne was
married
living
with
their
Wayne.
best
But
life.
my thing is, she could have been thriving if she would have let that nigga go and stop inviting him
You
over.
can't
But
do that,
yeah,
though.
She
That
wanted
was-
to
She did
have
not
that,
have to-
him that had that
You
relationship.
rape me, and I invite you over to
Yeah,
have
that's-
Christmas with our
I-
rape baby. Fuck
I
no.
wasn't doing it.
But you
But I don't think her
know,
mama was really black for real. Anyway, she was
She
black.
said her mama was
She
dark
was
skinned.
black.
She did.
But I
But you don't know
think
her
she was black.
upbringing. What if her mom didn't
Like-
have no dad? What if she was only her? What if
And
she
she
didn't have no
probably in a
family?
PWI neighborhood,
Kandi,
too.
get to writing about the mom's background. I don't know how you're gonna do that. Get to writing.
Not just give her.
We need a backstory, Kandi. Clearly, we need a
Correct,
letter
correct,
before the
right.
love letter of
Because
for
whiskey.
me,
real.
personally, I don't know how. But
I could take a Wayne story,
Wayne,
like how he
Yeah.
met, how
How
he
they
met the
met.
mom, and
Mhm.
how
How
he
he
had
helped
to
her
interact.
through and everything,
I'm
yeah.
with it. Okay, I'm going for Wayne. I changed my mind.
Wayne was your favorite character.
Yep. Didn't know
Her
nothing
mama
about
was your
him.
favorite character.
Mhm.
Actually, you know who my favorite character was? The cat, Aurora.
Oh my
Not the one that made the girl fall
Made
out the
her fall
damn
into shit.
I
tub.
don't like cats.
Made her
Love
fall
that
into
for the
shit.
cat.
Made
Love
her
that
fall
for the
into-
cat.
I'm over
I
it.
did not like how they hurt people, and they hurt so many people because they did
Couldn't
not
get it together.
communicate.
Mm.
They could not. It's like all as you're reading it, they're talking about everything that they're thinking. I'm just like,
Mhm.
say that shit.
Right.
Like, put it
Y'all
in the
know
letter
how
and give
y'all
it to
feel
them.
about
If you
each
can't
other.
come it out your mouth and say it, y'all clearly love each other. Y'all clearly care about each other and want to be
Mhm.
together. But y'all are putting people and hurting people in the process
For no
Like,
reason.
For
I
no reason.
I think when
It does.
you have a certain person idealized and like
No one
you
will
try
match
to
them.
get right, you
Yeah.
try and get with other people to kind of not be with that person in your head, but like if it is what it is, if it's like the situation in this book, like sometimes we can idealize people and they're not people that we should be with,
Mhm.
but like in this book, her and Jamie both idealized each other, but they were not able to say that out loud to each other.
Mhm.
It's okay because y'all were in high school when y'all met. College, I can get it because in college it's a lot
A
out
lot
there.
going. Yeah.
Like it's
yeah.
a lot out. You got a lot of options in college. He was
Yeah.
playing basketball.
Then her mom. Then her
He's-
dad died. So it
yeah,
was
her
like,
dad died. She went back home, which was it was still crazy to me because, and maybe it's just me because I detach very well from things. So like, me if it would have been.
Okay, sorry. Keep
You
going.
know what I'm saying? If it would have been, but I'm saying if it would have been my dad, I would have been like, oh man, I'm gonna go back to college and finish that out.
Yeah.
But that
I'm
was,
not
you
gonna
know, she
stay
did.
home.
She never had a chance to
She
talk
never
to
had-
him
exactly
to get down to the bottom of it. He didn't give her what she needed
He's like,
either.
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't.
There it is.
There
So
it
who's
is.
everybody's
That
least
I've
favorite
never said to
character?
My dad, I don't feel like I
My
ever
least
have to say.
favorite.
Least favorite character.
Angel bitch ass, cause I ain't like how they was staring at her at the wedding.
Fact.
I feel
I ain't
like
like
they
that.
did. I imagine like all of them turn their heads. And be like,
Yeah,
And
like,
the black girl walking in.
But then
Period.
exactly,
Here
and
we
they
are,
all
we
white,
back
and they
on
looking
race.
at her. Yeah,
This
and
is
they
what I'm
looking at her
talking about.
crazy. Yeah, I didn't like Angel because I just kind of felt like if you did not like her, like yes, that's your man. Yes, you want your man to be happy, but at the end of the day, if you felt like she was something threatening to your relationship, should have cut that shit off from the beginning. No, she can't be in our wedding. She could be a guest. She could
think
sit her
she would be
ass still.
invited.
She wouldn't even been
can,
invited. She wouldn't have been invited because you're not eating our food, baby. No,
I have to pay for your place.
stay your ass in Pittsburgh. Like
She's out.
mm-mm.
She's out.
I'm good. Mm-mm.
I'm a second yours.
Yeah, and then you gonna go cheat on that man and blame it on her, girl.
A
You
sec-
wanted to go
and
fuck
held
up.
him hostage.
Mhm.
and then held him hostage.
You my man forever.
Right.
Oh
Like, what
my
the hell was that about?
god, crazy.
You know what?
It's Angel. It's okay.
For me, I don't know. It's either Angel or B.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Both
that's
of them.
fair. Yeah,
Both of them.
yeah.
I didn't like Angel for these same reasons. Because like it was giving Mean Girls, like, and not Mean Girls the movie because I love the movie, but it was definitely giving Mean Girls like, ew, this is what he wanted.
That's fair.
Because I feel like sometimes, and like I'm saying this as a black woman with my experiences, I feel like sometimes white women can look at black women like that in situations that are like predominantly white and be like, oh yeah, nah,
Absolutely
she's not
not.
even pretty.
Yeah.
Like, but she is beautiful, like
Right.
drop dead gorgeous.
Mhm.
And so like really, you're thinking like, oh my god, she is really pretty, but I'm gonna say she's not pretty because she's not pretty and she doesn't stand a chance against me. I'm white. I'm this. I'm that. I got the man. He's marrying me. He don't want nothing to do with her. Lo and behold, he was
He
ready to
want
eat that girl
everything.
dirty draw.
Exactly.
Like,
Her
so-
hair,
No, for
especially.
real.
Her hair,
Listen.
in particular, that
Yeah.
he was fetishizing the whole book. So like, it's just like, I didn't like that about Angel. And then about B, what I didn't like about B was, and I blame her mother. I blame her mother because I feel like her mom could have done a better job of helping B set boundaries with her father in the beginning, and she should have. Because if you were sexually assaulted by somebody, you should not feel obligated to make your child, which is the product of that sexual assault, be around that person. No matter how good of a guy he was and how much y'all had going on before, because they had a little history before the baby came.
No,
but I still
because
at
they
the
were
point when I
friends, but
told
then
you
he turned.
no,
Then he turned crazy on her.
right at the point where I told you no, and you proceeded like to hold me down.
No means no in every language.
In every language,
right? It would have been. No. It's a
I'm a firm believer in the word no.
So like, I feel like B. I didn't like B because I was just like, B, you don't know how to communicate. You can't talk to nobody. But also B, you are so different in a world where everybody is the same. And like in that book, again, B was the outlier. So for me, it was just like I didn't like that for B. So I won't say B was my least favorite, but I didn't like that for her. That she had to be the outlier in every situation, in college, in high school, at her job. Like she was, and maybe I feel like that because I don't know, because I'm a black woman. Our high school though was pretty mixed. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't predominantly anything. Then I went to an HBCU. Okay. So me, I spent some time with my people.
I went to PWI, then I went to the Navy.
Yeah, you went to that
Army, so
I believe all black children should go to HBCUs. And I went to the HBCU, the illustrious Savannah State University. Period. And that is, for me, I was like, that was like the one time in my life where I was like, ooh, it's us. Like, we here. Yeah. Like, oh my God. So, like, I mean, crazy culture shock when I graduated and had to come back into the real world. But, like, it's just like, I don't know. I don't feel like, I don't know. I didn't like that for B. I think I just didn't like B's circumstance. Didn't really care about it being an interracial relationship. Didn't care about that at all. I just didn't like her circumstance that she was the outlier. That didn't sit well with me. So, I don't know. Angel and B. But B's mama also.
Yeah. B's mama was just weird. I'm sorry, I'm not naming my child Brick.
But she explained it to her afterwards.
Yeah, but
it was a beautiful thing that came from something ugly.
You had to look at that man Freckles, and you gonna name me Freckles?
Yeah. Nah, being named Freckles is wild.
Being named Freckles is crazy.
It's crazy.
And you black.
Right, you're black again. Again. You are black.
Your name is Freckles.
And your name is Freckles. And your mother is dark skinned.
Yeah. No.
So maybe it wasn't that great of a... What you give the book? Okay.
What would I give the book?
Yeah, what would you give the book?
On a scale of 1 to 10 or like 5 stars? What you want me to do?
It's going to have to be a trend, so pick it.
Okay, on a scale of 10, I give it a 6.5. Maybe. Not 5.5. I give it a 5.5.
That's crazy. Go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry. Before you go, let me also say that I feel
okay, Kanye West.
Let me also, I'm gonna let you finish. Let me also say that I am also taking into consideration the writing, like the way the writing was done, and whether or not I felt like it was done well or not. So I feel like y'all talk about fantasy all y'all want to. I feel like I have read some books that have been written really well. And it's not all just fantasy, but just even self-help books and other things like that. I have read some urban books that have been written very well. I have read a lot of books by Black authors that have been written very well. And I just feel like, this one just kind of was like mid. So 5.
That's fair.
That's fair. 5. I think the storyline was cute. I think the plot was cute. But, it's a 5.5 for me, and I feel like that's just me being nice, because I could be a little more critical, but being nice, I would say a 5.5 because I did enjoy some parts of it, and it was something that was easy for me to talk about with other people.
That's fair.
So, because if I try to talk to them about fairies and shit, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? I don't want to read that.
I haven't read fantasy, so I don't know. That's the one thing I have not read. But for me, outside of all of the
the culture issues,
right, exactly, the culture issues. Because this is my second book. that I've read in a good while. So it was enjoyable to me. I would give it a 7.8. I liked it. I did. It's just certain things that kind of ticked me a little bit. Just the annoyance of it, of them and their relationship. Um, but yeah, I think other people would enjoy it, and I also think like about it as a movie, like we had talked about. I think it would be a good movie. It'd be definitely one of those things that everybody would go and see, and I spend my little coin on it. So yeah, 7.8.
That's crazy. So, great.
Dang, I
So,
thought that was
no,
high.
it is good. So, it's going to be like, what are you going to pick? So, because I nominated, so of course I'm going to give it like an 8. I really enjoyed that book, though. I like the way it was written, aside from the culture issues, like we said. But the book was written very well. It was easy story to like Kandi said, she hadn't read in a while. It's easy to read and be like, okay,
Yeah,
get
jump
back into reading.
it.
And it was like a good storyline, like aside from the culture, we keep saying that. And just to hear the different standpoints, I think was the biggest thing for me. To see how a woman feels and her issues and all the things she was going to, and have her guy, the man that she ended up actually being with, to say, hey, I saw you. I know you don't think I saw you though. And I've always wanted you, and these are the things that got in the way of us. And I like that. So I'm gonna go with my 8. Maybe I'll read a fairy book and it'll be an 8 too. You never know.
They might not. I'm not gonna hold them to it. I'm not gonna make anybody read anything they don't want to read. Okay, so I think that pretty much like can wrap us up. I feel like we did a good job.
That was a good one though.
Yeah,
That was a good
start.
Yes, a good start to 4BG. That was
yeah.
good.
4BG. If you want to join now, it's still going to be titled 4BG, but you can hop in and read with us. You can follow me on Goodreads. I have a list of books on Goodreads of books that I've been reading. Do y'all have a Goodreads account?
No,
I
but
don't know
will
the name of
get
mine.
one.
I'm pretty sure it's Debonese.
You can
but-
you review the books and like people follow you and they like see what you
Oh,
said
let
about
me
the
get
book.
into the reading world for
Yeah.
real now.
I have to tell you mine. There you can.
Yeah, I'm on Audible also, but Audible, I don't know if you follow people on Audible. I don't know about that. But that's where I read all my books on Audible, so I listen technically.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking about with this book. So I was like, damn, they damn near done. And I just started. And I'm like, bro, you literally be everywhere and nowhere to have this book. So I think I'm gonna start.
That's why I had
audio.
to. That was the only way I was gonna get through the last part of the Throne of Glass series because I had a tandem reading and they were long books. Anyways, so thank you for tuning in to another episode of Single Mama Minimal Drama. But this episode was super special because this episode was 4BG book club. So we had a great time reading this book. We will keep y'all updated for the next book after we spin the wheel. So it'll be posted. Have a great week.